All right, now to some stunning new information about the gunman in the Texas church shooting. We have learned that Devin Kelly escaped from a mental institution back in 2012. And now there are several moving parts to this story, we're told. And we're going to walk you through what we know at this hour. So let's start with Rebecca Lopez. She's live in Sutherland Springs with those new developments that we have on the shooter today. Rebecca?
There are a lot of questions about how this mass murderer continued to slip through the system time and time again. He was repeatedly under investigation from everything from sex assault to sneaking weapons onto a military base. There were major failures that allowed this violent man to buy weapons that he ultimately used, at least one of them, to kill half of a congregation. We are getting a clearer picture of the murderer behind the deadliest mass shooting in Texas history. In documents obtained by WFAA, Devin Kelly was arrested in El Paso in June of 2012 after he escaped from a mental institution in Sunland Park, New Mexico. The documents show that Sunland Park police told El Paso PD Kelly suffered from mental disorders and had plans to run from the mental hospital and take a bus out of state. But perhaps even more troubling is the documents state Kelly was a danger to himself and others, as he had already been caught sneaking firearms onto Holloman Air Force Base and was attempting to carry out death threats that he made on his military chain of command. At the time, Kelly was facing a court-martial for assaulting his wife and child while at Holloman Air Force Base. Yet none of this was reported as required by federal law to the FBI, which would have prohibited Kelly from buying weapons, including the weapon that authorities say he used to kill more than 24 people at First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs.
There was nothing in our databases that precluded him from purchasing a firearm.
The families of the victims want answers as to why the Air Force did not report his criminal history to the FBI to put in their national database. A source told News 8 that the military is notorious for not reporting criminal history to the FBI. In addition to all of that, Kelly was also under investigation by the Comal County Sheriff's Office in June 2013 for reported sexual assault, but the case was stalled and nothing more was done.
We're still researching it. We think that it was partly because maybe the suspect had moved to Colorado.
So again, he slipped through the system. Authorities also say Kelly had recently sent threatening messages to his in-laws. A family friend told News 8 he felt his in-laws were too controlling and was feuding with him. He reportedly went to the church to find them and kill everyone inside. The Pentagon recently did a study to see how many cases the FBI has failed, the military has failed to report to the FBI, and they found that there were hundreds of cases that the military has not reported to the FBI, and now there is a big investigation into all branches of the military to determine just how big of a problem this is and how they can stop this from happening again. Reporting live, Rebecca Lopez, Channel 8 News.
All right, Rebecca, more